It's a great pleasure to participate in this meeting on the regional monetary system. Let me thank all the three organizers, and I'm very happy that I am back with the Robert Triffin Foundation to collaborate in this task. The important thing to emphasize in relation to regional monetary institutions is that in contrast to the system of multilateral development banks, the international monetary system essentially lacks a significant number of regional institutions. In the multilateral development banks, aside from the World Bank Group, we have regional banks for all developing country regions, and actually we have two new banks. We have headquartered in China. But in the international monetary system, we essentially have only, let's say, I think three institutions and one for which I have some questions. Those three institutions are, of course, the European Stability Mechanism, which is by far the largest, which was created during the Euro crisis. And of course, you will discuss it widely in your meeting. The second mechanism is the Chiang Mai Initiative. It was created during the Asian financial crisis, but then reformed during the this 2007-2009 crisis, which I call it North Atlantic crisis. And it was expanded significantly. It's a system of swaps, but in the 2009 reform, the swaps became were broadened and multilateralized. Previously, they were essentially bilateral swap arrangements. And the third mechanism is actually the one that we have in Latin America, the Latin American Reserve Fund, which is actually the development in 1989 of the 1978 Andean Development Fund, which had played actually a very, very useful role during the debt crisis of Latin America. This is an institution that, beyond the Andean countries, now has other members in order, I think, of historical joining the organization. They are Uruguay, Costa Rica, Paraguay, and actually Chile, who rejoined after having left in the late 1970s. This is, let me say, a very useful mechanism, although it's a small institution. It has a balance of payment support, liquidity financing, which are essentially one-year loans, and also debt restructuring financing. Basically gives countries which are on the debt restructuring some lending facilities. I perhaps emphasize it because it's the institution from my part of the world, and I think it's very good. I mean, hopefully, the largest Latin American countries, Brazil and Mexico, will join, and other Latin American countries. Let me say that the fourth institution is the Arab Monetary Fund. This institution, however, when you look at how it lends, it looks more like a multilateral development bank and even a trade financing institution, rather than a monetary institution. So the monetary role of the institution may be questioned. Now, I think it's very important to develop a network of regional monetary institutions to really complement the International Monetary Fund as a network of institutions, the similar system that we have in the multilateral development banks. And finally, let me say that I have made for a long time a recommendation to support the creation of these regional monetary arrangements, which is essentially that the contributions of developing countries to this regional monetary institution should be considered as part of the base on which special drawing rights are granted, so that that will generate a significant incentive to create these new institutions. I hope you have fantastic meeting. I'm sorry I cannot be in person for other commitment that I have. And thanks very much for the invitation.